As an agent, I try to do portfolio reviews with my clients regularly. More often than not, people forget what insurance policies they actually have. What is covered? What is not covered? How long am I paying for? What is my sum assured? There have been countless times when my clients call to tell me that they've gone to see a doctor for a minor accident only to forget that they even have an accident policy to claim from. You see, doing your insurance portfolio review regularly is important because it also helps you to remember what policies you currently have. Remember in my video, Why Buy Insurance, I likened insurance to a parachute? You see, insurance is like this parachute. When you boarded that plane, you probably did not think about needing a parachute. Now, here are 5 reasons why it is essential for you to do your insurance reviews regularly. Just got a job, getting married, buying a house, having children? Well, these are just some life milestones where it might be good for you to do a review of your insurance policies. With each of these milestones comes added responsibilities and in some cases, added liabilities too. It is therefore beneficial to know if you are sufficiently covered and able to weather any uncertainties should they arise. Now, if you have more people dependent on your income, can you actually afford to lose that income should you become ill or prematurely pass on? For an example, if you now have a mortgage to support, make sure you cover the mortgage. If you have a child, ensure that there is sufficient funds for their education. And if you are the breadwinner, that you are sufficiently covered too. Some insurance policies take into consideration your occupation and your country of residence. Therefore, any changes in these areas would render your policies ineffective if you fail to inform your insurer about them. Medical policies, for example, require you to be staying in Singapore for a period of time before you can actually use them. For a disability income policy, any changes in your occupation, especially in the material duties you're involved in, can affect your insurance coverage. Now, insurers actually tag a level of risk to each occupation from Class 1, which is least risky, to Class 4, which is most risky. Therefore, changes in your occupational class can also affect your policies. Lastly, a change in your occupation could also mean more disposable income for you to be able to better plan for your finances. Do you want to retire early? Maybe you want to be financially independent by a certain age, or you might want to just further your studies. Whatever it is, having a plan and working towards it helps you to be on track. Even if obstacles come along the way, reviewing and regrouping can still make you attain the financial goals that you set out for yourself. Remember, nobody plans to fail, they only fail to plan. There might be changes to government regulations which affect the insurance industry from time to time. In March 2018, it was announced in Parliament that integrated Shield Plan riders could no longer cover 100% of the medical bills. A co-payment and cap had to be included. The Ministry of Health facilitated these changes given the rising healthcare costs and introduced the co-payment to make policyholders responsible for their medical services consumption. As of this year, even existing policyholders with 100% cover will now transition to a 95% cover. Are you one of those affected? Maybe it's time that you reevaluate your policies to see that they meet your current needs. In my 13 years in the insurance industry, I often find that people are blindsided by the changes that occur within the industry. Sometimes these changes are for the better, but sometimes the changes are hard to accept but become the new normal. With the current pandemic, I've noticed that more of my clients are taking the time to review their portfolios to see where the gaps lie. Some of them have had to suffer job losses or a reduction in salary and have had to reevaluate their policies or make cuts to some of them too. But one thing's for certain, a review is certainly important. And even if it's not to buy more insurance, at least for you to know what policies you have and when you can use them. So, have you done yours yet?